Shouting and finger-pointing in Parliament today as MPs went head-to-head over spending at the Bahamian Embassy in Washington, D.C., and the question of firefighters needing trucks in Grand Bahama. Plus, the details on how Housing Minister Keith Bell says the government has not ruled out acquiring land that once housed shantytowns to build government housing. Plus,
we are the Essence Band.
And we'll be on our news tonight.
And then in our news at 7:30, hear why Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell says the Bahamas will not accept non-Bahamians deported from the United States. All that and more. Our news live at 7 starts now. Welcome to Our News Live at 7, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Marlena Leonard, in for Candino Knowles. Another combative day in Parliament as Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell sought to clarify claims made by St. Anne's MP Adrian White about the Bahamian Embassy in Washington, D.C. and firefighters needing trucks in Grand Bahama. But things took a heated turn when Michael Pintard called his comment a complete misrepresentation. It sparked a firestorm of shouting and finger-pointing. Berthany McDermott was there for all of it.
The House of Assembly again getting off to an argumentative start this morning with Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell and Opposition Leader Michael Pintard going head-to-head. Parliament started with Mitchell seeking to address a matter brought up by St. Anne's MP Adrian White at the last sitting of Parliament, where he highlighted a need for fire trucks in Grand Bahama. To that, Mitchell said Grand Bahama was always able to fight fires. White also claimed the Bahamas Embassy in Washington, D.C. purchased new BMWs.
The embassy in Washington, D.C. has not purchased any BMW cars. I am advised and verily believe the embassy is using the same leasing company and leasing arrangements that the FNM's Ambassador Sidney Colley used when he served in Washington for 4 years.
White was not present at this week's sitting. While not addressing the embassy comments, the opposition leader and Marcos City MP said Mitchell's comments about the fire trucks in Grand Bahama were a complete mischaracterization.
Tremendous amount of anxiety have been suffered and continue to be suffered by residents in Grand Bahama because of the fires. And so again, for any member to come in the House and give the impression that we are not at risk in Grand Bahama, that things are under control in Grand Bahama, that any official could be satisfied.
Pintard also called his comments shameful, and that's where things took a turn.
He does not live there and clearly is not in touch with the suffering of the people of Grand Bahama, and it is shameful.
The problem is the member for St. Anne's was clever enough not to say it directly, so it's by innuendo, but it has to be, the record has to be set straight, and that's all this is. Now, mixing up all this other foolishness about risk and anxiety, typical smoke and mirrors.
But as Deputy Speaker Sylvanus Petty tried to get the matter under control, the two members continued.
Order, members. Mr. Deputy Speaker, forest fires are an annual event in Grand Bahama. I called what you said foolishness, and I say it again. What you said was bloody foolishness.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Berthany McDermott.
Thanks, Berthany. Well, Housing Minister Keith Bell says the government has not ruled out acquiring land that once housed shantytowns to build government housing. Under the Shantytown Task Force led by the Davis administration, hundreds of shantytown structures have been demolished. Following Hurricane Dorian, the mud shantytown was completely flattened. The area has since been cleaned up. Outside of that, Bell says there's another government-owned land on Abaco that will be used for affordable housing.
Ministry of Housing has property in Abaco that we are currently constructing homes on, and we hope to expand that in different areas of Abaco. But what you said is not necessarily out of the park for us in terms of trying to get those properties to build homes on as well.
And a man accused of murder has been granted $20,000 bail. Jarrell Augustine is accused of the April 15, 2024 murder of Ronaldo Pinder. He was killed in a drive-by shooting in Yellow Elder. As a condition of bail, Augustine has to wear an ankle bracelet, keep a curfew, stay away from the witnesses in the case, and check in weekly at a police station. Well, with Junior Junkanoo just one day away, there's one primary school that will be making their first appearance in the parade. Parade's students at the Eva Hilton Primary School have been practicing around the clock for their debut. Eva Hilton Vice Principal Sharon Smith says the students are ready to make history with its theme, Storytime.
It's an arm to one of our core concepts, which is literacy, and it helps our students. So we've tied education with literacy as well. What we have done is each arm that is working, that's our choreographed dancers, our drummers, our bellers, they have read books, and so their costumes will depict the books in which they have chosen for this Junkanoo parade.
While a lot of talent and passion goes into getting ready, there's also a need for funding. That's where Scotiabank comes in. They're donating $75,000 to help students bring their best to Bay Street. Today, the bank's school tour stopped at the primary school. The tour has been all about building excitement and confidence, from motivational talks to financial literacy sessions and mini rush outs with the Valley Boys. Scotiabank Representative Naama Barker says supporting Junior Junkanoo is about more than just a donation. It's about investing in the future of Bahamian culture.
Our commitment to developing kids, developing youth, preserving our rich culture will always be at the heart of Scotiabank. We hope that our support and our commitment helps to not only excite all kinds of excitement around this Junkanoo parade, but also, like I said, empower the next generation to really get involved with this culture and carry it forward so it does not die.
Well, we have a lot more to get to tonight, but first, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is standing by in the Weather Center. Greg?
Yeah, thanks, Marlena. Happy Hump Day. Very nice evening setting up again once for us on the outdoors. 72 is our current temperature. We did manage to get up to near the upper 70s and the 80. Few clouds outside. The winds out of the north-northeast at 5 miles per hour. Feels like temperature, it's starting to dip. Feels like a cool 69 degrees on the outside. Temperatures right now, it's 71s in Freeport, Marsh Harbor, Abaco. We pick up 70 in Allenstown, Bimini. 73s in Nicholstown, Andros, Great Harbor Key, over in Governors Harbor. Into the Central Bahamas, 73 again in Kemps Bay, Arthurstown, Cat Island. Pick up a pair of 75s, Georgetown, Deadman's Key, Coburn Town, San Salvador, 72. And into the Southeast Bahamas, mid to upper 70s there with 76, Duncantown, Ragged Island, Delectable Bay. 75s, Colonel Hill, Cricket Island, Abrahams Bay. 77, Matthewtown, Inagua, good neighbors to the southeast, Turks and Caicos Islands. You guys are also 77 at this hour. Satellite radar composite, quiet across area. Weak ridge of high pressure is in charge. No fronts in the neighborhood. We do have some high-level clouds moving across South Florida, South and Central Florida, actually. Some of that could filter some sunshine tomorrow, but all in all, it should be a very nice day. So get out and enjoy it. It looks as though we're going to end the week and the month of January on a nice note. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. Look at your extended forecast still to come.
Coming up in sports, the next Bahamian high school basketball phenom is turning heads in the U.S. We'll tell you all about it.
Hey, Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team you already trust.
Each week, we go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me
happy to come to work every day to know that I'm helping someone.
These are the faces of the Grand Bahama Port Authority helping to maintain infrastructure, grow the economy, and bring a better quality of life.
Our mission statement is to better the life.
Because I have to be a part of Grand Bahama.
Join me at Talia Hall every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Our News as we share these inspiring stories of Freeport. Stay with the team you already trust.
Unleash resilience. Secure the digital future. Navigate the evolving landscape of cyber threats. The future will be secured. Presenting the Alive Business Cybersecurity.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Martinut. Let's do show. It's been less than a year since prep basketball phenom Javez Colby made the transition to the United States, and he's already becoming a highly sought-after recruit for the class of 2029. Standing 6'8" at just 14 years old, scouts are already raving at the potential of the versatile front-court player because of his mobility, handle for his size, and most importantly, post presence on both ends of the floor. In 2024, he helped lead the St. John's Giants to a BAISS Junior Boys title before he joined Raw Talent Elite and made the move to Veritas Academy in Ontario, California.
VJ Edgecombe seems to be getting the hang of this college basketball thing. Edgecombe continued his best stretch of the season and finished with 28 points in his Baylor Bears 93-89 overtime loss to the BYU Cougars last night at the Marriott Center in Utah.
DeAndre Ayton returned to the floor. Eric Gordon continued his recent productivity. Buddy Hield continued his recent struggles, and all three won in NBA action Tuesday night. A left knee sprain sidelined Ayton for 3 games, but he picked up where he left off with his 3rd straight double-double to lead his Portland Trail Blazers to a 125-112 win over the Milwaukee Bucks at the Moda Center in Portland. Gordon and the Philadelphia 76ers protected home court with a 118-104 win over the Los Angeles Lakers at the Wells Fargo Center. The shorthanded Golden State Warriors won 114-103 over the Utah Jazz at the Chase Center.
The senior men's basketball team is set to return to competition in a month, but before they do, several players are making a playoff push for the respective teams. In the Cypriot Basketball League, Canton Smith and Anathoris are in 4th position in the league. He finished with 20 points to lead his club to a 98-71 win over Power Limni and improved to 8-6. In Argentina, Tavario Miller finished with 17 points and 9 rebounds for Crisma, but they lost 84-79 to Penarol. In the French Pro League, Dominic Bridgewater had his 7th straight game in double figures for Chalon. He scored 13 points in his club's 87-81 loss to Blois.
That'll do it for Our Sports. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as state officials confirm bird flu is widespread in Massachusetts. Plus, the details as a White House spokesperson says U.S. President Donald Trump isn't backing down from slapping tariffs on Canada and Mexico this Saturday. And the story of how Haitian mothers are turning to hospitals in the Dominican Republic despite government policies that are aiming to ramp up deportations. We have the details when Our News returns.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the Our News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
Each week, we go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me happy to come to work every day to know that I'm helping someone.
These are the faces of the Grand Bahama Port Authority helping to maintain infrastructure, grow the economy, and bring a better quality of life.
Our mission statement is to better the life.
Because I have to be a part of Grand Bahama.
Join me at Talia Hall every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Our News as we share these inspiring stories of Freeport. Stay with the team you already trust.
Joshua Williams here. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button and to follow all of our social media pages. Also, don't forget to push that notification button so that you can see all of the great content from the team you already trust.
This is our news. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. Bird flu is widespread in Massachusetts, state officials confirmed Wednesday, citing a virus tied to deaths among wild and domestic birds. Residents are urged to avoid handling sick or dead birds and to report multiple casualties. Bird flu has flared intermittently since 2022, with new cases popping up statewide. Human infections are rare, with just one U.S. death reported. Meanwhile, officials maintain the overall public risk remains low. And U.S. President Donald Trump isn't backing down from slapping tariffs on Canada and Mexico this Saturday, according to White House spokesperson Carolyn Leavitt. Trump's also eyeing fresh tariffs on China the same day. Last week, the president warned he'd impose a 25% tariff on Canada and Mexico if they don't help curb fentanyl trafficking and immigration issues.
The president has made it very clear, again, that he expects every nation around this world to cooperate with the repatriation of their citizens. And the president has also put out specific statements in terms of Canada and Mexico when it comes to what he expects in terms of border security. We have seen a historic level of cooperation from Mexico. But again, as far as I'm still tracking, and that was last night talking to the president directly, February 1st is still on the books.
M23 rebels have seized large parts of Goma in eastern Congo, including its airport, the UN confirmed Wednesday. The agency says thousands of residents fled and hospitals overwhelmed with the wounded. Rwandan President Paul Kagame has now joined calls for a ceasefire, even as his government denies supporting M23. The conflict, involving more than 100 armed groups, has raged for decades in Congo's mineral-rich east. Pope Francis has also urged an end to the fighting, calling for civilian protection. And as spiraling violence in Haiti puts healthcare out of reach for most, Haitian mothers are seeking care at hospitals in the neighboring Dominican Republic, despite government policies there scaling up deportations. Alice Rizzo reports.
As gang violence in Haiti continues to escalate, access to healthcare is slipping out of reach for most people. For Haitian mothers like Sineas Leon, that means seeking care at hospitals in neighboring Dominican Republic.
Would I have a child in Haiti? No, I would not. I had my child here. I don't know what the care is really like in Haitian hospitals. I don't think I would receive good care because of the government situation. There is no government in Haiti. There is no ruler. Our hospitals will never treat us well.
Haiti and the Dominican Republic share the island of Hispaniola in the Caribbean, but are divided by a heavily secured border, long-standing tensions, and an immense wealth gap. In Haiti, the healthcare system has been pushed to the brink. A UN report in October said less than a quarter of hospitals around Port-au-Prince are currently operational. That assessment came before a spike in violence in late 2024. That saw gangs shoot and kill journalists gathered at Haiti's largest public hospital. They had been there for a government press conference meant to announce a long-awaited reopening. Those plans have been put on hold. The capital's airport and ports have repeatedly been forced to shut down, prompting hospitals to warn of a lack of supplies, such as blood and oxygen. But while the Dominican Republic offers Haitian mothers access to relatively better healthcare, it comes with significant risks. The country deported over 2,000 Haitians in 2024 and nearly 15,000 in the first 2 weeks of 2025 alone. Authorities have pledged to continue deporting up to 10,000 people per week to manage the influx of migrants. Dominican politicians argue that the country lacks the resources to support a large number of Haitian migrants. Local doctors said many Haitian women are afraid to attend prenatal checkups and tend to arrive late at night or when they're about to give birth due to the risk of deportation.
Still to come in our news, Today in History. Find out interesting facts about the date that was January 29th.
We are the Essence Band.
And we'll be on our news tonight.
And then in our news at 7:30, Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell says the Bahamas will not accept non-Bahamians deported from the United States. The details coming up. And the desperate call from creatives banding together to save the Dundas Center for the Performing Arts from closing its doors permanently. That's coming up when our news returns.
Each week, we go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me happy to come to work every day, to know that I'm helping someone.
These are the faces of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, helping to maintain infrastructure, grow the economy, and bring a better quality of life.
Our mission statement is to better the life.
Because I have to be a part of Grand Bahama.
Join me at Talia Hall every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Our News as we share these inspiring stories of Freeport. Stay with the team you already trust.
Unleash resilience. Secure the digital future. Navigate the evolving landscape of cyber threats. The future will be secured. Presenting the Alive Business Cybersecurity Conference.
On this day in Bahamian history, in 1958, the general strike ended after taxi drivers fought exclusive airport rights for white-owned tour companies. In 1970, Dexter Ryan Cambridge, future Dallas Maverick, was born in Eleuthera. In 2016, the Bahamas landed the 6th Commonwealth Youth Games, adding judo for the first time. And in 2021, a fire shut down parts of Bay Street. Well, for 7 years, they've been bringing you wonderful music and even greater vibes. This past week, the Essence Band celebrated their anniversary. They took some time out of their busy schedules to sit down and relive the journey.
That's a little of what the audience experienced Friday as Essence celebrated their anniversary in grand style. The band had a sold-out concert at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium. I had the opportunity to reflect with them on their anniversary and the 7-year journey at their humble den studio.
To make it to 7 years now, it's just like, yeah, like I said, it's God's nodded us to be like, you know what, you guys, you're on the right track. It's not the end, but it's more to be completed.
Commitment, God's blessings, for sure. Emphasis on the blessings, because we would not have been here without God.
Oddly enough, I think we've completed a season, a phase in our careers, and we are just stepping into greater.
Smith, who serves as the lead vocalist, got emotional during our interview. She says part of their success is attributed to making everyone feel part of their shows.
We're very passionate about what we do, and I'm sure that we have been a part of someone's healing process, and that is so amazing.
Tremaine shared what his experience was like at their concert on Friday.
I kind of felt prepared. Not like, hey, we deserve this, but look at what we've been able to achieve. Look at how our people respond.
So what does the future look like beyond 7?
Essence isn't just one person or, it's not one name. It's literally just everyone working together towards a common goal.
Honestly, it's hard to tell. Success, but in which way is still kind of yet to be determined.
Reporting for our news, I'm Sasha Lightborn.
Thanks, Sasha. Well, to watch that story again and for all of today's top stories, you can visit ournews.bs. That does it for Our News at 7. Joining us now is our Italia Hall with the latest headlines. Italia?
Hi, Marlena. We're halfway there to the end of the work week. I'm counting down. All right, thanks so much. Well, coming up, we take a deep dive into the GBPA's Customer Relations Department during tonight's City in Focus, and the countdown is on to the 2025 Junior Junkanoo Parade. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on our news live at 7:30, Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell responds to social media reports claiming over 400 migrants will be deported to the Bahamas, firmly stating the country will not accept non-Bahamian deportees. Also, Arawak Key is getting some major enhancements, and today the media got an inside look at what's changing. We'll take you on the tour straight ahead. Plus, convicted child killer Darion Smith sought to challenge his 25-year sentence after pleading guilty to the 2021 murder of 4-year-old Deanya Walker, but the court has made its decision. And later, the historic Dundas Theatre for the Performing Arts is at risk of closing for good. Now, local creators are launching a campaign to keep its doors open. The story when Our News Live at 7:30 returns.
Joshua Williams here. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button and to follow all of our social media pages. Also, don't forget to push that notification button so that you can see all of the great content from the team you already trust.
Diet friendly special.
Wendy's and Coca-Cola is ready to give you a summer of fun with over $20,000 in cash and prizes. Upgrade your premium lunch combo to a medium or a large, or purchase a large salad with a Coke for a chance to win amazing prizes like a 50-inch TV and soundbar, a staycation at Comfort Suites, or a $3,000 Going Places travel voucher. Enter online at Wendy's Bahamas Facebook page for a chance to win.
Once I had a gal, she called me pain. Left me in the cold and pouring rain. So I decided to put her down. I took a trip to Cowboy Town.
Candino Notes here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure and hit that follow button if you want to see more stories like this. Be sure and follow all of the Our News social media pages. And hey, don't forget, turn on your notifications so you never miss out on top stories from the team you already trust.
Each week, we go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me happy to come to work every day, to know that I'm helping.
Welcome to our news. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. The Bahamas will not accept non-Bahamians deported from the United States. That's according to Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell. It comes after a list made the rounds on social media saying over 400 migrants in the United States are set to be deported to the Bahamas. Mitchell says an issue in the past has been deportees born in the United States being deported from the country.
This largely applies to Haitians who are born in the Bahamas, but they don't have Bahamian citizenship at birth. They leave here and they go to the United States. And the United States in the past has been trying to insist that they come back to the Bahamas. And we say, no, they're not citizens of the Bahamas. They're citizens of Haiti, so they got to go back to Haiti. And that remains the position.
It comes amid an aggressive immigration policy by the new Trump administration that saw a ramp up in deportation to multiple countries in recent days. Mitchell says he's seen the list circulating, adding that the issue of deportation remains the same. The process has not changed, he said, adding Bahamian citizens are accepted for any Bahamian removed from the U.S. for whatever reason.
I don't expect anything new to happen. Whoever is entitled to come back to the Bahamas, their Bahamian citizens are entitled to come back to the Bahamas. It's routine, and that's how it's going to be treated. As far as we are aware, our partners, our international partners, all of them will deal in accordance with international law, including international humanitarian law, in the way you treat people who are deportees or who are interdicted for whatever reason.
Well, a man who was jailed for 25 years after he admitted to killing his lover's 4-year-old daughter lost a bid to challenge his sentence on appeal. Darion Smith pled guilty to the November 5, 2021 murder of Deanya Walker, affectionately known as Bella. In January 2023, after taking a plea deal, Smith told the Court of Appeal that he was forced to take the deal, but after reviewing transcripts, Court President Milton Evans told Smith that the agreement was properly executed and there was no basis for the appeal. He told Smith that he was lucky to get the sentence that he did based on the circumstances of the case. Bella had multiple fractures about the body caused by blunt force trauma. Creatives are banding together to launch a campaign aimed at getting the Dundas Center for the Performing Arts from closing its doors permanently. The Bahamian Theatre has had a rough few years. Officials say it suffered serious repercussions from being shuttered in the pandemic. They first began appealing for help in 2022, raising money to replace the seized air conditioning units in the more than 80-year-old building. During a press conference this morning, they announced big plans to not only renovate the facility, but also expand it.
The goal to be raised is $400,000, but also we want to make sure that when we reopen that space, because what you have in this space is 70 seats, and over there we have 330 seats. And one of the things that keeps me up at night is the idea that when we reopen over there, we still only get 70 people. So we need to have our fundraisers to make sure that we will be able to fill our theater.
And they're asking the public to help make it happen. Dundas Center for the Performing Arts representative Lowell Mortimer says there will be several big fundraising events.
We have targeted 3 events. Number 1 is a fantastic raffle, which now on the market, and on that we have fantastic prizes. We are honoring our art by also, there are several season tickets to the Dundas, and one of the great prizes also is a 30-minute performance by the National Youth Choir. Well, our top prize is also one related to education, which gives a year scholarship at the Tamblee International School.
Well, upgrades to one of the nation's top cultural and culinary attractions are now complete. Arawaki, commonly known as Fish Fry, has undergone a $400,000 renovation aimed at improving sanitary conditions and expanding waste management. Our reporter Delvardo Emmanuel has the story.
It is an over-needed facility that most business owners were looking forward to for some time.
With record-breaking tourist arrivals and a booming local scene, Awaki has faced growing pressures to modernize its infrastructure. The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources spearheaded the project in collaboration with the Water and Sewage Corporation. Minister Jomo Campbell says the upgrades are already proving transformative.
And it is evident in the pressure, in the color, etc. of the water that is now flowing through these stalls that the job was indeed well done.
The project was completed in 2 phases over the past year. It includes crucial upgrades to the sewer system and water mains, including 10-inch gravity main. The operation manager at Awaki, Levon Miller, providing details on the improvements.
It ensures that even if there is an uptick in capacity in the near future, or 5 or 10 years from now, we should be able to handle any amount of capacity.
4 330-gallon IBC containment units were installed. It will now allow vendors to dispose up to 660 gallons of grease waste.
Prevent the vendors from dumping into the grease trap. They will now use the IBCs to dump the used cooking oil, which will be pumped on a monthly basis.
The Awaki Fish Fry and Food Vendors Association has this strong message for possible offenders.
To report it to me, I will report it to Mr. Miller, and we will sit down with the police in Awaki and to make sure that this facility is used properly.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Delvado Emmanuel.
All right, thanks so much, Alvaro. Well, last week in our City in Focus segment, we took you inside the Customers Relations Department at the Grand Bahama Port Authority. Tonight, we continue to highlight how the company provides essential support to its customers, helping businesses and entrepreneurs thrive in the city of Freeport.
The Customer Relations Department was established in 2010, and we are the face of the company.
Meet Nicole Colbert, Customer Relations Manager at the Grand Bahama Port Authority, responsible for overseeing business licenses. Having been with the company for over 3 decades, she started fresh out of high school and worked her way up through the ranks. Today, she plays a crucial role in ensuring businesses have the guidance and resources they need.
We were the licensing department, however, it was rebranded in 2010 as the Customer Relations Department to better serve our customers, because we're not just staff, we relate to our customers.
Beyond issuing business licenses, the department is dedicated to supporting their licensees. One initiative, Welcome to the Family, ensures that new business owners fully understand the benefits of holding a GBPA license.
We wanted them to get to know the executives. There are times too that I may not deal directly with a customer, and we want them to know too that they may have gotten their license, but on the back end of that, we have an open door policy, so any concerns or queries that they have, they can come in.
Additionally, the GBPA runs a business retention program.
The Port Authority, yes, is in business for licensees. However, we want them to know that there is a retention process, so we don't want to just cancel licenses and we don't know what's going on with them during the year.
Recognizing the importance of community engagement, the GBPA recently launched an education and awareness campaign where representatives hold presentations at events and forums to connect with entrepreneurs and aspiring business owners. One of these events, the Boss Club, a young entrepreneurship program designed to empower the next generation of business leaders.
For me, that is one of the most exciting time for me, where you get to actually give them information that they may not have necessarily even know or even think about. So it's actually bringing out some of the things in them that they didn't even realize that they had.
All right, such great news. Well, it's getting warmer in the capital, but will the heat stick around? Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Natalia, and welcome back, everybody, for a quick check on conditions around the islands and outside our studios on this hump day. 72 degrees is our current temperature with a few clouds on the outside. Winds out of the north-northeast at 5 miles per hour. Your feels-like temperature starting to cool down. It's in the upper 60s. Satellite radar composite, high pressure is in charge. That high pressure is dominating our weather with dry conditions, much in terms of clouds, non-existent. But we do have some high-level clouds moving across South Florida and the northern Bahamas. That should filter some sunshine tomorrow, but we do have a front coming through tomorrow, and that's going to actually move out towards east, and then another one expected for the weekend. that one should continue to reinforce the beautiful conditions we've been having for the last couple of days. That's a quick check on conditions around the island. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast is still to come.
When our news comes back from the break under the theme Renewing Courage, Integrity, and Loyalty, Grand Bahama police officers came together in faith to start the new year. Plus, the countdown is on. With just a day to go, thousands of students across the country are ready to hit Bay Street. Our Joshua Williams speaks with the defending champions hoping to reclaim their title when our news returns.
Hey, Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the you already trust.
Each week, we go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me happy to come to work every day, to know that I'm helping someone.
These are the faces of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, helping to maintain infrastructure, grow the economy, and bring a better quality of life.
Our mission statement is to better the lives.
Because I have to be a part of Grand Bahama.
Join me, Italia Hall, every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Our News as we share these inspiring stories of Freeport. Stay with the team you already trust.
Unleash resilience. Secure the digital future. Navigate the evolving landscape of cyber threats. The future will be secured.
Police officers in Grand Bahama are starting the new year off with faith and purpose. On Sunday, members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force celebrated at the Central Church of God on Call Road for their annual church service under the theme Renewing Courage, Integrity, and Loyalty. Commissioner of Police Shanta Knowles addressing officers during the service. She spoke about the importance of divine guidance in their role as law enforcement officers.
I believe that starting off in church certainly sends that message that our faith is in the Lord, and we believe strongly that with Him at our right hand, we will not be shaken. We will restore the good honor and name of our organization. And of course, we will work as hard as possible to bring peace to our streets and of course, allay the fear of crime with the people in our country.
Also in attendance was Minister of National Security Wayne Monroe, who reaffirmed his commitment to supporting law enforcement officers. He also gave this bit of advice.
Your courage is unquestionable. I wish to remind you that integrity is not what people say about you. It is about what you do and who you are.
Coming up in sports, it's all hoops from high school to the pros. Jabez Colby's star turn, updates from the NBA, and national team players getting it done in Europe and South America.
And temperatures are creeping up again. Will we see a return to beach weather, or will there be another cool down? Greg is back with your extended forecast when our news returns.
Unleash resilience. Secure the digital future. Navigate the evolving landscape of cyber threats. The future will be secured. Presenting the Alive Business Cybersecurity Conference. Securing the future. Navigating cyber challenges in business. Thursday, February 20th, 2025. Atlantis, Paradise Island. Register today. This is how we unleash resilience. This is how we create innovation. Together, let's secure the digital future.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the R News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Cable Bahamas Business Solutions SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
Each week, we go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me happy.
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Martinette. Let's do show. It's been less than a year since prep basketball phenom Javaez Colby made the transition to the United States, and he's already becoming a highly sought-after recruit for the class of 2029. Colby's highlights have gone viral on recruiting aggregator sites for his recent performance with his Paul George Elite AAU squad at the Sports Academy National Cup in California. Standing 6'8" at just 14 years old, scouts are already raving at the potential of the versatile front-court player because of his mobility, handle for his size, and most importantly, post presence on both ends of the floor. The former two-sport star made the transition from the baseball diamond to the basketball court and has been dominant ever since.
VJ Edgecombe seems to be getting the hang of this college basketball thing. Edgecombe continued his best stretch of the season and finished with 28 points in his Baylor Bears 93-89 overtime loss to the BYU Cougars last night at the Marriott Center in Utah. He shot 9 for 15 from the field, a season-high 6 from 8 from three-point range, and added 5 assists in 43 minutes. In a game filled with high-profile perspective and NBA talent on both teams, Edgecombe's performance stood out.
No, be honest, I don't pay attention to all that. I'm focused on the game, focused on winning the game. So yeah, I don't pay attention to who's here or not.
Over the last 4 games, Edgecombe has averaged 24.3 points per game and shot 58% from beyond the arc.
DeAndre Ayton returned to the floor. Eric Gordon continued his recent productivity. Buddy Hield continued his recent struggles, and all 3 won in NBA action Tuesday night. A left knee sprain sidelined Ayton for 3 games, but he picked up where he left off with his 3rd straight double-double to lead his Portland Trail Blazers to a 125-112 win over the Milwaukee Bucks at the Moda Center in Portland. He finished with 21 points and 14 rebounds in 34 minutes. In his last 3 appearances, Ayton has averaged 19.3 points and 14 boards per game, all wins for the Blazers. Gordon and the Philadelphia 76ers protected home court with a 118-104 win over the Los Angeles Lakers at the Wells Fargo Center. He scored 14 points on 3 of 6 shooting from 3-point range. It was Gordon's third straight game scoring in double figures and also the third straight win for the 76ers. The short-handed Golden State Warriors won 114-103 over the Utah Jazz at the Chase Center. Buddy Hield scored just 2 points on 1 of 7 shooting from the field.
The senior men's basketball team is set to return to competition in a month, but before they do, several players are making a playoff push for the respective teams. In the Cypriot Basketball League, Canton Smith and Anna Thoris are in 4th position in the league. He finished with 20 points to lead his club to a 98-71 win over Power Limni and improved to 8-6. Just 2 games remain in the regular season, and Smith's club is 1 game behind 3rd place AEL in the standings. He's averaging 16.5 points and 8 rebounds per game. In Argentina, Tavario Miller finished with 17 points and 9 rebounds for Kuzma, but they lost 84-79 to Penarol. Kuzma is 11-6, 3 games out of 1st place, with Miller averaging 11 points and 7 rebounds per game. In the French Pro League, Dominic Bridgewater had his 7th straight game in double figures for Chalon. He scored 13 points in his club's 87-81 loss to Blois.
That'll do it for our sports. This is 10YS. You know how Javez found his calling switching from baseball to basketball? What if we switched from sports to politics?
Worst take I've ever heard in my life.
I've got a lot worse, but yeah, that was horrible. Back to the studio.
Still ahead on our news tonight, it's almost time. The country's youngest Junkaneurs have been hard at work for months. We check in with a school that has their eyes set on another championship win. And things are gradually warming up in the capital, but how will the temperatures trend as we move closer to the weekend? Greg has the answer when our news continues. Stay with us.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the R News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Cable Bahamas Business Solutions SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
Each week, we go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me happy to come to work every day, to know that I'm helping someone.
These are the faces of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, helping to maintain infrastructure, grow the economy, and bring a better quality of life.
Our mission statement is to better the lives.
Because I have to be a part of Grand Bahama.
Join me at Talia Hall every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Our News as we share these inspiring stories of Freeport. Stay with the team you already trust.
Joshua Williams here. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button and to follow all of our social media pages. Also, don't forget to push that notification button so that you can see all of the great content from the team you already trust.
Diet-friendly special.
reason Coca-Cola is ready to give you a summer of fun with over $20,000 in cash and prizes. Upgrade your premium lunch combo to a medium or a large, or purchase a large salad with a Coke for a chance to win amazing prizes like a 50-inch TV and soundbar, a staycation at Comfort Suites, or a $3,000 Going Places travel voucher. Enter online at Wendy's Bahamas Facebook page for a chance to win.
This is our news. Welcome back. Ridge-of-high pressure is in charge. Dry conditions experienced around the entire chain of islands today, and it looks as though we're going to continue to enjoy these nice weather conditions. Weak frontal boundary has pulled out towards the east and away from us, not down near the southeast Bahamas, reinforcing short of cooler air coming through tonight. But we do expect another front. That system is taking shape across the Texas area. That's going to drag a front across us by Saturday, so we could see a spotty shower too with that. But that will continue to reinforce the nice conditions we've been having for the last couple of days. What a good way to end January, first month of the year. Future forecast showing quiet conditions across the area. Nothing in terms of any rainfall, much in terms of any clouds actually. So it's going to be pretty nice through Thursday and into Friday. And then we have that frontal boundary that we talked about. That's one is taking shape across the Gulf. Once again, that should get in here sometime Saturday time frame. Boating forecast, northwest and central Bahamas tonight through tomorrow. Pretty nice on the waters tonight and tomorrow. Northeast to east winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas running 2 to 4 feet. High tide is at 7:45 tonight. The low tide takes place at 1:50 in the morning. For the southeast Bahamas, we have a caution flag in place for you guys down there. Northeast to east winds 15 to 20 knots. Seas running 4 to 6 feet over open waters. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, just beautiful weather expected for the remainder of the week. The fronts that are coming through going to be moisture starved, so we're not expecting much in terms of any significant rainfall. Temperatures will stay near the 80-degree mark. The overnight low temperatures will be in the upper 60s to the low 70s. That's a look at our weather. Make it a safe night, everybody.
Thanks so much, Greg. Well, Junior Junkanoo is just a day away. 31 schools are set to rush into 2025 parade for months. Thousands of students across the country have been preparing to head to Bay, showcasing music, costumes, and their best dance moves. Well, there's one school that's looking to reclaim the top spot. Our Joshua Williams caught up with the defending champs for the all-age division. Here's that story.
The Life for Key International School Dragons are all fired up as they look to defend their crown at this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade tomorrow. Once again, the school is participating in the all-age division, a category they won last year. I saw by the school as they made final preparations for the parade. That's where I met not only students and staff, but also parents helping with the last-minute preparations.
Just the infusion of Bahamian culture in an international school environment, a curriculum means so much to me as a Bahamian and as a parent. To give this sort of experience and opportunity to my kids, it's just, you can't get this anywhere else in the Bahamas, truly.
These students are seasoned Junior Junkanooers, but this year is their last parade.
Every time it's a rather impressive thing because you see the whole school community come together as both a group and as a sort of like family of sorts.
As for how teachers are helping out, they also have an important role to play in the process.
The good thing is we had the students from last year who were able to help the students who were new this year just to the Junkanoo process, to the practicing, to the music, to the rhythms, to how they should move.
We did the off the shoulders, we built the brass, the back line. But what we teach these kids is how the process works from the start to the end, to the staple gun, to the contact. We teach them everything.
Those here at LCIS say they believe they can repeat.
I like who we are. I like what we're doing. I like our preparation. We're making it happen. It's going to be a great competition, and I hope everybody comes and brings it. And I hope every school in the Bahamas starts to figuring out that this is a great way to celebrate the Bahamas.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
All right, thanks so much for that, Josh. I can't wait to see how the parade turns out. With that, we thank you for joining us for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.
Hi, and thank you for watching. I'm Natalia Hall. Be sure and hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this.
Click right over here. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to see more content from the team you already trust.